Blessed Venus Day.
You're so damaged. You're so damaged. You're so damaged. You got me playing such a dangerous game.
So Fridays are my eat whatever I want day, because during the week I only eat one meal, and it's usually a salad and fruits and veggies and nuts. So today I went to Einstein's and got me some fresh orange juice, which I love, and a jalapeno bagel with cream cheese and tomato slices. Before I head into this bitch, I just want to express how it's important to remain centered in yourself. There is a lot of fear-based energy moving around, and it's kind of always been like that, but they've turned up the dial. So, I want you to remember to just always stay connected, to Mother Nature, and, stay plugged in to the universe so that it recognizes you. A lot of things do need to be washed away. One that's not connected, in order for new earth within oneself first and foremost, and then also within, of course, just the earth in general. And there is going to have to be destruction, and there is going to have to be certain things that need to happen. And oftentimes we really look at people as being, the fault of everything that's going on, which is partially true. However, there's always something greater than ourselves that is in control of it all. And we are being used in order for things to shift on the land that we are on. And it's a beautiful responsibility. Everybody's playing their exact roles. Nothing is off course. Everything is in alignment as it should be. And the more that you begin to connect yourself, if you really sit back and pay attention to yourself and know that you're connected, you'll begin to see yourself automatically preparing yourself in ways that you didn't think that you were going to prepare yourself. I didn't think I was going to be living van life a couple of years ago. I didn't think I was going to have propane. I didn't think I was going to have water. I didn't think I was going to have stored food. I didn't think I was going to have any of this shit. It just all started to align itself. And the beautiful part about me living van life is that I'm able to jump in this bitch and she just carries me. It's like my spaceship. And she just carries me in the direction that I need to go. And it's always about being prepared. Oftentimes we're in a space of distraction, and we're in a space of, what are the celebrities doing, and what is this person doing, and let's go out and party. And not that there's anything wrong with enjoying your life, but also just make sure that you yourself are in a sovereign state of living, and that you're making moves in order for you to be completely sovereign. Sovereign comes in many forms. It's just the respect of oneself, the respect of somebody's natural nature, and then sovereign as far as the external aspect, which is the living aspect, and, being self-sustainable. So, I just, really encourage you guys to just really sit down with yourself and just see where you're at internally, and just watch the moves that you're making. And I don't mean watch as far as like, where am I going? What am I doing? Just the energy behind the steps that you're leaving, the footprints that you're leaving, and, just don't get too consumed. I always say, be aware, but don't be consumed, It's always good to make sure that you're prepared. And it's not living in a fearful state. It's just the knowingness that at any time things can shift. Life is always about ebb and flow. Life is always about contrast. And those things are to be expected. This life has never been about just rainbows and light. Darkness rules. We all came from it. We all exist in it. We all have a portion of it. And it's okay. You got to use that bitch. And the more that you begin to be comfortable with that understanding, and you don't, get bamboozled that life is just always supposed to be this perfected state, then you begin to be the wave instead of flowing with the wave, and so, yeah, that's just kind of what I wanted to leave you guys with. And, just be very intentional with your energy. I mean, above all things, like, your energy is super sacred. And not everybody and anybody deserves, not anything and all things deserve to, have your energy in its presence. And the more that you begin to see yourself as a sacred being, you will begin to honor the spaces that you indulge yourself in, and you'll be able to honor this field that you have around you. And not only that, you also need to make sure that you're cleansing your field, because sometimes you'll have leakages, or sometimes you'll have things that are kind of penetrating. Like if you pay attention, if you have a vehicle, right, and let's say a bird shits on it, the bird shit has acid, and if you let it sit for too long, it'll start piercing into the metal and to the paint. Same thing happens to us. We have this beautiful, field around us. And the more that you begin to just allow things to sit there, it'll penetrate within your field, and you'll start to feel certain aspects of things that just, are kind of off. And so just always remember that your field is it's kind of like it's your house, you know what I mean? It's not just this physical that we have that's housing something beautiful. It's the field around us as well that extends beyond time and space. And so you always want to make sure that you're cleansing and you're being aware, and when you wake up, you kind of have this shield around you. When you go to sleep, you release all the things that may have attached itself to you. And it's not that you need protection over anything. All things is God frequency, so there's nothing to be protected from. I always say that people say that, the opposite of love is fear, and I totally disagree with that, because love is wholeness, and in wholeness there are no opposites. So it's just having that, mentality of things. But the mind just loves to have duality, and so we like to break shit down and make opposites of everything. But anywho, I have to get in. But yeah, you guys have a blissful and peaceful state of being today. And just remember that you are infinite beings with limitless possibilities. And the only thing that is ever going to keep you from believing that is your mind. All right? Peace.